Okay, guys, you got your bachelor pad all set up. We talked about the pictures. We talked about hold on, let me gotta pause this. We talked about the pictures. We talked about the couches. We talked about the whole setup you have for your bachelor pad. Now, the next question is, what happens when you have her wanting to come over to your house? What do you do next? You got everything set up, but sometimes you just don't know what to do next. And what this portion is going to give you a step-by-step instruction of what you're going to do when you meet her and how you're going to have breakfast with her the next morning. So with that being said, I'm going to put my games down for you, and we're going to start this where it all begins. Now again, remember, you have everything set up with her. She's coming over your house. So what's the first thing you want to do? Come on with me. You want to make sure, first off, when you're doing this, is you want to have something that's affordable. I don't want you to spend too much money when it comes to hooking up with your woman. Now again, we want to make sure that you have everything set up for yourself. She's coming over. So if you can't cook, I'm going to show you a meal that's very simple to make, okay? We'll make your first simple meal, okay? And what we're going to do here is, and this reminds me of Rachel Ray, because she got that nice round ass 30-minute meal type bullshit. What we'll do is we'll pull out a few. All right. Let's go ahead and get all this together here. All right. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to have a meat, okay? Now, and depending on if you know that she has, issues with weight. Now, most women love chicken. So for right here, what you have, and again, this is very affordable and very cheap that you can bake or you can fry, you can cook. Types of chicken. You have oven roasted chicken that you can use. You've got spicy chicken breasts, or you can go with the honey barbecue chicken strips. It depends on what you want to do. But again, these are going to be your meats. You can go to the store and get a package of chicken, just something that's healthy, baked chicken or something like that. So number one is it's a very healthy thing to have. Okay. Now, with that being said, you want to make sure that you have your chicken going, but also I'm just going to show you real quick other things that you can have to make everything go smoothly. Now again, I took home economics, and the reason I took home economics is to get close to chicks, and I don't know how to cook rice, so I'm just telling you a secret. But what I'm about to show you here are a few items that you can need to make a nice meal. Now remember, you've got your chicken, then you can get a nice roll of garlic bread that you can bake in the oven. You don't want to bake that just yet, but you can start that later. We'll put that to the side. Now this is a salad. Now again, this is not a salad that I want you to give her. This is not something you give her. What you want to do is either get a bag salad where you can get some croutons and have two choices of gosh, I'm getting a brain freeze right here. Your dressing. You have two types. You can have a light dressing for women that worry about their weight, or you can have a regular dressing, but give them choice. I would recommend that. Now again, this is something I don't want you to serve, but the reason I have this, the reason I'm opening this, and the reason I want to get this is because some women like different types of salad. And as you can see with this salad, you have bacon bits, you have eggs, and you have chicken in there. And another thing you can do is get little pieces and have them in little bowls and let her make her own salad. And that's something we're going to set up later when she comes over, but this is something that you can have. Also, again, very healthy eating. Let me see if it's here. He's got this also. Wow, he's got this also. Very healthy eating. He's got the same thing just about. Vegetables. Very, very healthy eating. This is something that you can stir fry, put into the oven, on your skillet, and get it cooking while she's waiting. Also, pasta. You have to have a pasta, so it's some type of starch. I wouldn't recommend rice. You could have rice, but for me, I can't cook rice, so I wouldn't have rice. So this right here would be, I'm just grab this right here. This right here would be the perfect date meal that you can cook for, okay? And now what we want to do is we want to set the whole scenario up. So we're going to set up the whole scenario of what you do. So right now, you know she's on her way over to your house. So right now, what you should be getting ready, get your stir fry and your salad and your pasta. You want to get these three things ready to go, okay? You get these things already set up. You have your salad set up, you have your pasta and your vegetable set up on the stove right there. Because your chicken, it shouldn't take too long for your chicken to go. So we'll show you why to do the chicken with her. It's going to be something that you do together. So we'll put that there for now. So you have these three things going. Now, another thing I recommend is that you have some nice music going. You don't have to have the TV set on, because one thing that a lot of you guys do is that you use the TV as an extra helper, so you don't have anything to talk about. You have your art on the wall. You have all your things going for you. And you also, what we're going to talk about later, are your drinks. Now again, when it comes to your drinks, you can have your water, your wines, or beer. It really depends on, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. When it comes to your drinks, it really depends on what it is she wants to drink. Now for me, I don't drink at all. So for me, I would drink water. I would have my water open, I would drink my water. You have your, right here, you've got your Smirnoff right here, you got that going for you. And the glasses, now remember guys, no cup glasses. You can get these things at the dollar store if you need be. This is a nice wine glass. If you're gonna drink wine, drink it out of a fucking wine glass. If she likes margaritas, make sure you have a blender or some margarita mix so you can make her that little sombrero thing where you wet the edges and you dip it and you pour the margarita in. Make sure you give her a selection of things. Here's the vodka. Vodka's right here. So make sure you give her a choice or a selection of what she wants to drink. So we're going to set up the scenario, okay? So right now, you know she's on her way. She just called. You're getting everything ready. You're cooking everything, and your telephone rings. She's at your gate. You know she's coming. So you have your salad. Now let's move all these out the way. So right now, you have your salad. You have your salad going, because your salad is going to act as an appetizer. You have your salad going, and you have your stir fry, and you have your pasta going, okay? And your bread, you don't need to really bake it yet. You start to bake it when you do your chicken. So automatically, someone knocks at the door. Knock, knock, knock. So what I want you to do is I want you to come over this way. Now again, remember, you got your cologne on. You're smelling good. You got your stuff cooking. I want you to walk over to the door. No music, nothing going on. You walk over to the door. Get yourself together. Make sure, check your breath. Make sure you're smelling good. You smell nice. First thing I want you to do is I want you to greet her here at the door. The greeting at the door is going to set the tone for the whole entire night. As soon as you open the door and she walks in the door, you greet her with a hug and a small kiss on the cheek. Get close to this little area right here between the ear and the shoulder. The reason I'm saying that is because you want to start the physical contact early. You want to make sure that it's a prelude to the kiss. She walks in the door and open the door, tell her how you doing. Give her a hug. Give her a kiss. Then the next thing I want you to do, and you have to write this down, write this down. Tell her how sexy she smells, because it is a compliment and it's a kind of a tennis match, a give and take, because she's allowing you to kiss her. You give her a compliment. You know what? Wow, you smell great. Why don't you come on in? You look great. Come on in. Why don't you have a seat? So what you want to do is you want to walk her. Now, if you're smooth about it, after you hug her and kiss her on the cheek and tell her how sexy she smells, you can grab her hand and lead her into this area. But one thing I forgot, and this is usually happens, as soon as she walks in the door, she's going to see these pictures. She's going to see the art on your wall as you are guiding her, excuse me, as you're guiding her to your room. So she's looking. She might ask you a question. Well, you might have to stop and answer the question. But what you do is you take her by the hand and you bring her this way. Come on in. You're holding her hand. You tell her how pretty she is. You can hold both her hands. Man, you look nice. Right here is a spot where you holding her hands. You spread her hands out, okay? And what you're doing is you're looking at her up and down. And this is where you give her a first compliment. You're holding her hands. You look very sexy tonight. How you doing? You look gorgeous. Just make her feel comfortable, because We've got the area. We've got everything set up. The music's playing. The food is starting to cook. So why don't you come over here and sit down while I get things together. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you what happens if she's sitting there and she starts to get bored. I'm going to show you that right now. You know what? You guys might not know this, but if you don't have an Xbox 360, I recommend you get one, because what it is it is the ultimate date machine. And I'm going to show you why. Not only will you be able to play music to have everything set up for your scenario for your date, you'll also be able to make your date feel comfortable with a kind of a chick flick, but it's more like of a man movie, but kind of on the chick flicky side, so that she just doesn't feel overwhelmed or overpowered. Right here, what we have right here is your typical Xbox. Now, the reason I'm just kind of going fast, I just want you to see the ass. Look at the ass on her. Look at that ass. Woo, boy. Anyway, so what I want you to do right here is, if you have an Xbox, I'm going to show you how to use the Xbox to work for you. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to your music marketplace, okay? And when you go, when you go to, I apologize, when you go to your music marketplace, you want to go to Last FM. When you click on Last FM, remember, it's a free download. You sign up, it's automatically free. It's one of the great devices to have to set up for your Xbox 360. And when I was telling you to have music playing while everything's going on, this is the perfect thing. Now, again, this is what I recently have, and this is what I want you to do. Play some jazz, play something soft and sexy, depending on what kind of woman you're dealing with. But again, this is going to go great with these pictures. So I'm going to go to Jazz Tag Radio, okay? And what you're going to hear is jazz. So you kind of turn up the volume a little bit. You got the picture going, but it's showing you jazz. And again, if you don't like that song, you go to the next one. So it buffers, but it gives you the opportunity to play some jazz. I don't like that either. So if you want to make sure when she comes over, hold on. You want to make sure when she comes over, you got something soft and sensual playing. Nice environment. Like I said, you go over there, you hug her, you kiss her, you tell her how sexy she is in that spot, but you got the jazz going on. Something nice set up to a great atmosphere of great romance and sex. Now, for you guys out there, let me stop. For you guys out there that, you know what, you're saying, you know what, my woman might not like jazz. She might like something else. So you can go to the popular stations. You can give her Lady Gaga. You can give her Vampire Weekend. I mean, there's so many guys. There's so many tags that you can look up. You can go to classical, country. You know, you got folk, hardcore, hip-hop, indie, jazz. Let's see here. Go into hip-hop. Click on the hip-hop, and what do you have here? I mean, it depends on what kind of woman you're dealing with. You got will.i.am right here. You can switch that over to something else if you don't like will.i.am. But this gives you a lot of choices and a lot of things to play with if you don't like jazz. I recommend you have jazz, but you don't have to have jazz, okay? So this is what it is, Last FM, okay? It gives you a choice. You can enter the artist name. For me, I'm a freak. So guess where I'm going? The guy that showed me how to be a freak. I hit that button, and I'm getting my boy. This is what I'm jamming. If I'm jamming, this is what I would have on my FM, okay? All right, you got an advertisement. You got to deal with it. Make sure you do all this before she comes over. But you know what? I'm old school. I'm a freak. So I got to play my freaky music, and I got to roll with my boy here. So let's check this out for a second. This is my boy. Come on, dog. You can't tell me. You got my Prince going? I got my Prince going. I'm meeting her at the door. Now look at this. Now look at that. But I'm just saying, this is if you don't like this song, Cream, you know what I mean? You can get something else. You can buffer. But again, it depends. You got the Family Stone. You got the Family Stone right here. I mean, you got everybody deals with Prince. Every artist You got your I Would Die For You. You can play any song. You got the, man, I can sit here and just play songs all day long. Just when I'm relaxing and having a good time, this is what I'm jamming to. I'm flipping Vanity. Play some, this is like some fucking, this is gonna be some smooth shit. But anyway, I'm gonna move to something else because I'm getting too excited about this. But there's Sheila E. right there. So you can play Stevie Wonder. Gives you a whole lot of things to play, but I'll load that down and get to something else. So again, make sure you have your music set up from your Xbox, okay? Now remember I told you last that, now we're gonna exit that. Remember I told you last that, what if she's sitting down and you kind of think she's feeling uncomfortable? Now, what I'm gonna show you next is you can play this in the beginning or you can play this in the end when you have your pillows on the couch there. And that is video. Now again, what you have to have, make sure your Xbox syncs up to your laptop. If you can show over to the laptop, they're gonna work hand in hand, the laptop and the Xbox 360. So what you wanna do is you wanna go to your video library, okay? Click on the video library. Oh man, look at that chick. I had to look at that ass one more time, damn. But then right here, you wanna go to your database that's connected to your laptop. You wanna go click over to videos, and then there you go, Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. It's a great chick flick, but it's kind of geared to more of the men, but it's chick flicky enough where she'll like it and you can watch it. So that's a button I would click right there. But anyway, so we have that going on right now, okay? So again, this is something that you do later on, okay? So we have our music going. So I'm gonna power this off real quick. If I can find the power button. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna power this off real quick because we really don't need that portion. But again, it's very good to use your Xbox as a music device. So right now what we're gonna set up next is the food now, the food interaction, okay? Let's go and check that out. Okay, now we have everything set up. You already met her, you greeted her at the door, you've already made body contact with her by holding her hand, kissing her on the cheek, and hugging her, and then you've made her feel sexy by telling her how wonderful she smells. You're sitting her down, but now what you want to do is now she's already comfortable, but let's make her even a little bit more comfortable. Why don't we go ahead and offer her something to drink? Now, I don't want you, hey, yelling because she's all the way over there. I don't want you to ask that. I want you to keep in contact with her. So what I want you to do is I do want you to walk over there and offer her, would you like something to drink? What would you like to drink? Do you want some wine? Do you want some water? Would you like a margarita? Because you're about to set up the meal. And once you do that, whatever she asks you to do, you go ahead and set that part up. But what you want to do is when you set it up, you want to walk over. You want to walk over to her because she's on the couch right now. You want to walk over to her on the couch. And before you have, matter of fact, let me show you this. This is some smooth shit. Check this out. So, for instance, if she wants a margarita, you got the margarita all set up. So you have a margarita in your hand, and you're walking over to her, and you're having a conversation with her. What I want you to do, and it's kind of cool, before you handle the margarita, take the margarita away and take her hand. Say, come over here. Get over here. Come here. Hold her hand. Again, what you're doing is you're leading her. Take her hand. You walk over here to either the table or the counter because now it's time to get some more interaction. Now, while she's cooking, you can offer her if she wants to listen to some music or she wants to get on the internet in a relaxed area. Here you go. Would you like to get on there? Whatever you like to do, but you lead her to the spot you want her at. It's your choice. Now, if you want her close to you, you have the margarita here. She's on this end of the bar. You're on this end of the bar, and you begin to cook. Get your food out, and this is a great conversation piece. You can sit there, you can drink it. Well, again, I don't drink, so I can drink my water. I can sit here and I can talk to her. We can laugh. It's a little closeness to us. We're still close, and we're still talking, okay? We're setting everything up. We're getting the meal all prepared. and all together. Now, I'm not going to show you how to cook the damn meal. Cook the meal. Bake the bread. First thing you want to do is come out with your appetizer. And your appetizer is going to be your salad. Make sure you give her a salad. And when you're talking to her, look her in her eye. Now look, guys, don't get her drunk. The margarita, don't put too much goddamn tequila in there to fuck her head up. Just give her enough. She might want another glass. And hey, I'm not telling you do not get her drunk, guys. But you want to make her feel comfortable. So then what I would like for you to do is ask her about her day. And when you ask her about her day, you look her in her eyes. You zone in, pay close attention. You sit there and you listen while you're cooking. You can cook and you can talk. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. So your day was this, your day was that. Oh, that's great. You know what? I'm glad that I'm having you here. It's great because while she's over here drinking the margarita, guys, she is scoping the whole entire house. And these pictures are going to come up in the conversation. Oh, wow, listen, that's a very nice picture. Then you can walk over here and say, you know what, yeah, the thing I love about this picture is, you know, it just reminds me of something that I would love to do with my woman. I just, you know, it's nothing like sitting on the beach at dawn, either watching the sunrise and just hanging out. And this couple signifies how I see relationships. And what that is going to do is that's going to impress her. You're dropping seeds in her head. And she's thinking, if I'm that woman, I can be that woman. I can be in that picture. So again, you have all your food cooked, okay? Now, what we're going to talk about next, again, this is just the prelude to the kiss, like I said before. You got your margarita set up. You got her here. You're already leading her. What we're going to talk about next is the meal and what you should do while you're serving it. But before we do that, now again, if the food is still cooking and you're still sitting here, what you can do is take a margarita. So come on with me. Move the table over. Take her by her hand and go outside and just relax and talk and get to know each other. Make her feel good. Make her feel special. So what we're going to talk about next is how you're going to set up the dinner portion. We've already started cooking. So how are you going to act while you're eating dinner? We'll talk about that next. All right, guys. Now you just got done with the meal. You're setting everything up. She's captivated by the music. You're looking her in the eye. You're talking to her. You're starting conversations. And remember your bullet points. Remember I talked about the arrows, and I would discuss this real quick with you. Remember, it's very important that you pull out the right arrow. When I say arrow, it's the right type of conversation to have. You don't need to be too bold. You can be funny. You can be relaxed. You can be sensual. You can be sexy. You can be romantic. Whatever you feel the mood presents itself. So make sure you pull out the right arrow. Now, when you're eating with your woman, okay, when you are eating with each other, make sure that she is not on the other side of the damn table. You want her chair as close as possible to yours, because not only does it give you the opportunity to look at her, rub her cheek, smile, tell her how lovely and sexy she is, you can also be playful by eating off of her plate. Or you can say, you know what, try something off of my plate. And it establishes more of a romance type atmosphere. If she likes wine and she wants something to drink, you can go ahead, pour her wine for her. You know, these are things that you can do at a close range. You can swirl it around all other bullshit y'all do with the goddamn wine, but it gives you the opportunity to have, you're right here while you're at the table, you are in her comfort zone. If she's over there, she's too far away. She's outside your comfort zone. You're outside of hers, and you got that dead space in the middle. So what I'm saying is, it's great to sit here, start a conversation with her. Again, you pay attention to her. You don't talk with your mouth's full. You take small bites. But while you're taking those bites, you tell her how lovely she is, how sexy, and when you stare at her, and this is a very good thing, you're not staring like a crazy stare. You know, you can stare at her and while she's doing it and give her like a cute little smile, seductive smile. And she's going to say, what? What's wrong with me? You know, she's going to think, do I have a piece of spinach in my mouth? Is something wrong with me? And what I usually say when I stare at her and I'm looking at her and everything, I say, you know what? I don't kiss and tell. You know what? I don't, never mind. You know, I don't want to start something that you can't finish or something. Just something really cute and really romantic. But you're eating your food. Make sure you have your hands away from the table, but make sure that you can have your right hand close enough where you can touch her or hold her hand. But you don't want to interrupt her from eating. Just look at her and make sure you stare at her and tell her how nice she looks. Is there anything I can help you with? Would you like another slice of bread? Would you like some more salad? Is there anything I can do? It's making her feel more comfortable. And again, this is your sexual side that we're working on. We're not working on the freak yet. That's coming up because we're going to use this table here for some freaky shit. But that's a little while. So what you want to do is you want to have your food, you want to eat, you want to make sure you're filling her drink up and you're talking to her, you're looking at her, and you're undressing her with your eyes. You're not staring at her bug-eyed. You're staring at her in a way where it's saying, you know what? Thank you for being here. I'm enjoying your company. I like this atmosphere. I'm into you. And what she's going to see again from the section, she's seeing these pictures from where she's at. If you can come over this way and kind of see what she would be looking at while she's eating. What is she looking at? What can she see? She sees the two romantic pictures. She sees the one where the guy and the women are together, where she's got her legs spread open, and you have the other picture over there where the romance. She can see, well, she can kind of turn and look at it that way depending on where she's sitting. But if you wanted to get a better view, you want to have her sitting on this side of you where you can look at her and she can kind of look at you, but that's all she can see. She can see those pictures and see what's going on. So you want to be a gentleman. You want to make sure, and while you're doing this, make sure you have the damn TV off. If you have surround sound, the jazzy music or whatever you're playing is in the background. So it gives a nice romantic atmosphere. If you like to, I would recommend you getting a candle. You have a candle in the middle, and that candle can represent romance. Again, you can either have your meal here or you can have your meal outside. The choice is yours. But one thing you have to make sure is compliments are fine. You don't give too many compliments because remember, she knows you to have a rough edge about you. She knows that you have alpha man tendencies, but you need to show her that, you know what, even though I have a rough exterior, my interior, I'm cool. I'm laid back. I'm calm. And what's going to happen, what's so funny is she's going to look at all this and she's going to be like, wow, I understand now why he says he has women friends, because this is unbelievable. This is cool. It's calm. It's relaxing. I mean, I have my shoes off. You know, you make sure she get her shoes off too. We'll talk about that later. But she's in a relaxed atmosphere. Now, once dinner is done, you have a choice now. What I would recommend is going to your local bakery and getting some cheesecake. I hate cheesecake. Can't stand the shit. But women eat that shit. So get some different types of cheesecake and make sure you lay it out on a plate and you sit it here. You know, once you collect your dishes and all this other stuff. Now, I'm going to ask the cameraman real quick, what is a good thing that goes with cheesecake? What kind of liquor or drink would go with cheesecake?
Wine.
Some wine, probably. Yeah, I'm thinking some wine. If you're a wine drinker, find out when you go to get the cheesecake from the bakery, make sure you ask the bakery, what is a good drink to drink with this that will go smooth with the creamy taste of the cheesecake. So whatever it is, yeah, wine and cheese go together. So you want to get a type of wine. I don't know what kind of wine, but find out from your local bakery. But then what you want to have left is you have your cheesecake, you have your glass of wine, and you have your small plate and your server. It's fine. Here you go. Nice cheesecake. Matter of fact, first piece, you remember, you have your cheesecake. You know what? I get the first piece. It's being a little funny. Let me taste it. Okay, it's fine. It's perfect for you. Now, you get the second piece. See what I'm saying? You feed her. But What I want you to do is I don't want you to put it in her mouth. I want you to play with it because this is part of foreplay. This is 3-play right here, okay? This is 3-play. So when you cut the cheesecake, you bring it towards her and you bring it around her lips and you're playful with it. So you play with it, then you bring it in here. Okay, you know, how's that taste? And then one thing you can do if you choose to make this move, it's up to you. But usually after I play with it and everything, I kiss her because I want to see how the cheesecake tastes on you. You know what I mean? The cheesecake tastes good. Now again, feel me on this. I'm going to take a piece of the cheesecake and taste it. Now, let's see how you like it. And now let me see how it tastes on you. And then you can lean in for the kiss. You can give her a kiss. Now, she might feel uncomfortable because she might think, oh my God, my breath doesn't taste good or it tastes like food or something like that. So what you want to do is kiss her on her cheek. You don't have to go for the lips, but kiss her on the cheek. You know, a small kiss on the cheek. Say, damn, that cheesecake tastes better on you than it does on the plate. Another compliment. It's funny, it's something different, and again, it's sexual and smooth, okay? So that's how you can set up the part of the cheesecake. Now again, you can have your cheesecake here and your wine here and move over to the couch or the floor, or you can finish up here if you don't want to fuck up your floor or anything like that, because now we're getting into the sexual part. So what we're going to do next is we want to start talking about how to move from the table back over there and get a little romantic. So I think I'm gonna have some fake cheesecake. Okay, now the setup is done. Now you've already greeted her. You've already made contact with her. You kissed her at the door. You told her how sexy she is. You got the margarita or a drink with her. Remember, you led her to the couch. You got her drink. And then from that couch, you led her to an area where you got a little bit closer. You also you fixed her meal and you ate and you gave her dessert with the cheesecake. Then you kissed her a little bit. You played with her. You talked to her. You gave her great eye contact. Now it's time to get to the good stuff. Now, before we even talk about this, if you have an Xbox, this is another good thing to have is an Xbox remote, because not only does it control your TV, but it also controls everything in your little play area over there. So I want you to think about getting this, but we're going to use this for a second. And plus, there's a movie that I'm going to show you a clip off that and kind of give you an idea of what sexual tension is. Remember, I always say when it comes to body language, it's all about the body language in the bedroom. So now is that time. So now the very first thing I want you to do is make sure you have some gum, some peppermint or spearmint type of gum. What I want you to do is I want you to take one and then offer it to her. And the reason you're doing this is because most women who, after they either eat garlic or chicken or whatever, the cheesecake, they're going to have a type of breath, you know, a certain odd breath, and they're not going to feel comfortable. So by giving her and offering her some gum, she's going to like that, because what you're saying is that, you know what, I'm about to cram my tongue down your throat, and I want to make sure it shit tastes good. So that's what I want you to do. But this is, remember, I told you about the pillows early on and why it's so important, because now most guys are going to the couch, but you're not most guys. You're that fucking alpha male. So what you want to do is you want to have your glass of wine, your margarita, or whatever she's drinking with you. And you lay back on to the pillows. Now what you're doing here, you're relaxing, you're leaning in, and remember, comfort zone. You want her next to her. You still want to tell her, you know what, I'm having a wonderful time. I enjoy your company. We're having a great time. You know, you look at her, you tell her how sexy she is, but guess what? You don't go in for the moves yet, because why? You are the fucking man, and you do shit when you're ready to do it, okay? Now, what you're going to do here is what I call building up the sexual tension. But before we do that, I want you to look at the movie that we're playing here, and the movie is called, what is it? Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, starring Matthew McConaughey. Now, the movie's already going to be playing, but I'm just going to play you this clip and let you see what sexual tension is all about. Yeah, but don't forget, you don't have to pay for this. If you get a BitTorrent and you have everything hooked up into your laptop, your Microsoft Xbox can sync into your laptop where you can play movies off your laptop on your TV. This is not a DVD, guys, so you don't have to worry about buying chick flicks. You can just download the chick flicks and play them off your laptop. So you know what? The fellas don't know anything about this goddamn chick flick shit. Only you know and she knows. Because when she sells you to her girlfriends and they come knocking on your door, you're going to do the whole thing over again. So let me go ahead and play this real quick. Now watch this. Now wait, before I'm going to pause real quick. Now watch Matthew McConaughey. Watch this, watch. Ooh. Stop right there. Stop right there. She just greeted him and she's making contact with him. This is what I'm talking about, sexual contact. This is the same contact she's doing with him that I told you guys to do with your woman when you greet her at the door. You're setting the foundation past everybody else. You just raised the bar. Let's see what he does. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see what he does.
I'd love to, but I can't. I'm booked.
Stop. She touched him. He touched her back. You hear that? Say it again.
If you guys can hear me, he said, I'd love to, but I can't. He's choosing to do it on his time.
It's all about him. Like I say, when it comes to making the relationship, it's on your time.
Yes.
So there's a part coming up that he's going to tell the woman. Is that coming up, or where do I need to do? Where I need to go?
This is a famous pop star.
Okay, it's a famous pop star. Go ahead and set him up for the thing. What happens?
So it's a famous pop star, and he's going to let her know that I don't care if you're that famous, you got to get sexy because I'm telling you, you got to get sexier because I'm the man here.
Okay, let's see it.
Get rid of the green screen. Let's cozy up this squeaky line. Bring it over and roll it down. And also keep the Setmetic on too, just in case. I have the apples.
This isn't my wardrobe.
That's the one. Oh, and an ode. Billy Tell.
I just want to let you know that I'm a huge fan.
Likewise. I'm not 12 years old and tone deaf, so I don't like your music, but I really dig your look.
Stop. Stop right there. Pause. 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 Pause right there. Did they hear that? I don't even know if they heard that shit. She just told him that she really likes his work. And he told her that I don't like your music, but I like how you look. That is honesty. That is sexual satisfaction to that woman. That's something that's going to turn her on, and that's something that we're going to use later on. But go ahead, let's look at this. Let's look at what he's talking about. What he's saying. All right, let's see.
This is it? This is the picture? I'm half naked with an apple on my head.
Yes, you are.
This is the cover of Vanity Fair from the great Connor Mead.
Well, not quite. I'd like to introduce you to Keiko Tatsumi. She's a Japanese archery champion. She's going to be helping us out today. And you have nothing to fear. She placed 6th in Beijing.
Are you joking? Is he joking?
Kaya, chin down, eyes here, arms to your side.
Somebody tell me he's joking.
Don't move. Keiko, on my count. Ichi. Ni.
She didn't even know.
San.
Just listen to my music. I am more than my look. I am.
Sweetie, you are already gorgeous. Why do you need to be good at 2 things, huh?
All right, stop. All right, stop. Dude, if you get a chance to watch a chick flick and see male attitude, you've got to watch this movie. We're not going to get too much into the movie, but I just had to let you hear a little bit of the movie and see what he was doing. But the guy is smooth. He's sexual. He's fun. He's exciting. He's romantic. He's sophisticated, huh? And yes, honest about what he says, and his honesty is getting the woman. And I know you're saying it's movies, it's TV, yada yada yada, but that can't be real. But anyway, let's go over here. Come back over here to the pillow, because now it's time to start talking about making the move on the woman. I mean, just by watching that, man, that right there is something that will make a woman tingle. Just watching the excitement of a man. She's seeing a man interact with a woman. Now it's time for you to begin interacting with her. So what I want you to do is, while you drink, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to take your wine or your drink, whatever she's drinking, and I want you to give her a sip. But what I want you to do is, I want you, now again, from her angle, I want the wine that she's sipping close to your cheeks. Because what you're about to do is you're going to make contact with her, okay? And this is some smooth ass shit. This isn't going to be something that you're going to be able to read out of a book, okay? This is the kind of shit I used to do. So what I would like to do is I'd like to give her some wine, but keep my cheek close to the wine and give her a little bit. And then take my hand and gradually wipe it off on her lips. Gradually take your thumb and outline her lips like that. And while you're outlining her lips, then you go in for the move, because everything's set up. And now it's almost time to start fucking, but not yet. This is 3.5 play. This isn't foreplay yet. 3.5. So then what you do is you set the wine down. You have the couch to keep you from falling fucking over. The couch is going to keep you up. So what you want to do is you want to lean in. You want to get on the couch and you lean in. Now what I want you to do while you kissing her. Now again, I don't want you to shove your tongue down her throat. This is a time to be smooth, cool, relaxed, because after a while, you'll get freaky, fucking crazy. So you're shifting. Remember, the roller coaster ride. You don't want to be boring Bob. You don't want to be that regular guy that just kisses her. First, you start off slow, sensual. So you get in there and you're kissing her, okay? Now, you start off with some pecks. And what I would recommend you doing is, you take your teeth and you kind of bite her bottom lip. Don't bite the shit out of her lip. Graze her lip. Pull her lip a little bit. Take your tongue and outline her lip. Kiss her softly. Go into her neck. And like we were talking about eating pussy before, you can do the alphabet on the back of her neck right there. That's an erogenous zone spot. Now remember, I always talked about touching 3 spots at one time, and we'll talk about that later. But for right now, what you want to do is you want to gradually rub her thighs while you're kissing her. You want to rub her thigh. Now this is something I used to come up with, but say this is her thigh. You want to take your hand and spread it and make designs. Make like you're painting a Picasso on her lamp, because it's going to turn her on. But what you're doing is you're doing it on underneath her thigh. You're not doing it on top of her thigh. Do it underneath where it creases, okay? So what you're doing is you're being smooth again. You're kissing her and you're rubbing her thigh, okay? So now what you want to do, and again, you want to be smooth about this shit. You want to take your hands and put it in the back of her hair and brush out. You want to brush out. You want to still kiss her behind her ear and inside her ear, outside her ear, around her ear, because women love that shit. They go crazy on that. But you don't have to go right at it, because then what I want you to do is the art of pulling away. Once you get her ready to go, you pull away again. Give her some more to drink. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to jump in it, because remember, you are a man that's in control. You are a man that knows what the fuck she's doing. And not only that, she's going to say, oh shit, this motherfucker knows what he's doing. Because most guys I'm with, they're kissing me and they're automatically trying to get down my pants. They skip over my body and go straight for the pussy. I don't want you to do that. I don't even want you focusing on the pussy right now, because right now is the time where I'm going to teach you how to mess with her non-erogenous zone spots. Even though, see, most guys are used to the neck or the ears or like I say, the leg as erogenous zone spots, or rubbing the pussy or pinching the nipples. What I want you guys to do is I want you to mess with the non-erogenous zone spots. Under her arm, maybe in the crease of her breast. Don't touch her breast. I want you to get in the inside of her thigh. Don't touch her pussy, but you touch the inside of her thigh close to her pussy where she's going to want you to touch it. But You're not doing it when she wants you to do it. You're doing it when you want to do it. So again, you're right here, you're messing around. So now it's time to make your move. So now you're saying, I'm done with the wine. So I'm going to put the wine over here. You'll put your bottle down, and then you're going to start. Now you're going to really get into it. You're going to get into it. You'll start to slowly undress her. You don't have to take all of her clothes off, but you want to make sure that, okay, now's the time. We're about to do this. You're about to go on the roller coaster ride of your life. So once you're at this spot and you're doing it, what I would love to do is after I start undressing her, see, most guys, again, will go for the titties or the pussy. What I want to do is I want to start with her legs. I want to start, I'll take off her shoes. I'll take off her socks or whatever the fuck she's got on. She's got stuff. I'll take that shit off. And what I would start to do is with my thumbs, massage the leg. Work your way down in the crease of her foot and the bottom of her foot. Squeeze that, because a lot of women are on their feet a lot and they don't really get massages like this. So you want to massage and kiss her leg and work your way down. Squeeze her calf muscles and work your way down. Then while you're doing this shit, now you got to write this shit. This is some smooth shit, guys. You got to do this shit, man. I'm a bad motherfucker when it comes to this. You massage your calves. Then what you want to do is take both of your hands and graze up her thigh, but do not touch her pussy. Graze up her thigh. You take your right hand, rub the side of her rib cage back up to her head, and grab her hair. Don't snatch her hair. Grab her hair just real quick. Lift her back and take your tongue. Start from her jaw right here and go all the way back down in a line and finish where you started, okay? So you're working her thigh, you're working her thigh. Then you can gradually take things off bit by bit and make her feel comfortable. So you don't make her feel like she's a piece of meat. Gradually take something off, take things off, take things, and then you dress or she undress you. So then what you can do is you can take her. What I usually like to do is I like to grab them by the hand, lift them up. Then I start to kiss them. We're kissing, we're kissing, we're kissing. Then what I like to do is I want to take her and turn her around and start. Now I'm behind her, so she's looking that way. Guess what she might be looking at? That naked woman right there, okay? I'm guiding her that way. So what I'm doing is she's facing that way. I'm behind her. So now you're kissing her neck. Now remember what I told you. 3 things at one time. You want to kiss her neck, play with her thighs, and rub her stomach. All at one. You want to play. Remember the motions of your hand. You want to play with her body, because again, you're the fucking man, so you don't have to rush getting this pussy. You want her to beg for your dick. You want her to say, you know what, please just give me the dick. So again, now we're on 3.5 play. So you're still, this is like your violin, your piece. You wanna don't squeeze her titties, because that's what all the other guys do. You want to cop her breast. Take your hand and guide your hand around her breast while you're kissing her. So then, this is where you change shit up. After you do that, you grab her. Take her to the wall, like a police interrogation. Put her hands up against the wall. Spread her legs. This is the police move. This is like a police pat down, but this is a sex down. So she has her hands. So what you want to do here, she has her hands up like this. Now you want to play with her. This is your chance to explore her body. You are Christopher fucking Columbus right now. She has her hands up on the wall. You're guiding her. Oh, you're playing with her. It's like, for instance, if you were to paint her body, think you were a sculptor or a painter, and you had this muse right here and you want to paint it. So you want your hands to be the paintbrush. So what your job is to make sure you paint her whole body. Think of it that way. So you're taking your hands and you're rubbing her arms. You rub her back. You take your hand. Remember, you're not touching her pussy yet. You never touch her pussy yet. Okay? You take your hand, you place it inside of her thighs and come out to her butt cheek. And then come up and over. to her back. You want to rub and touch. You can squeeze her cheeks, and you can come back, squeeze her cheeks and spread her cheeks open if you choose to. Then you can go down, and you can get down on a knee, and you can start rubbing her leg and come up, and you massage her calves. It's very important while you're doing all this, you're massaging her. You're giving her a massage. You're not just filling her up. You're making her feel good. And while you're doing this, it is very important that you tell her how great she feels, how good she tastes, and how you can't wait to taste her. You can't wait to taste her. I've already tasted you with cream cheese. Now I want to see how you really taste. So you do all that. Turn her around. Then you get a forceful kiss, a hard kiss, a kiss with passion. You don't want to, you want to go in there and really feel, you want to connect with her. Now, while you're doing this, now again, she's finally turned around. She's on the wall. What you want to do here is you want to get on the side of her. You don't want to get in front of her. Be on the side of her. So she's facing this way and you're facing the wall. So what you want to do is now paint the muse with your hands this way. So while you're doing that, you're kissing her neck, you're rubbing her hair, and you're playing with her. You're touching her. And with your fingers, you want to massage as you go down. Work your way down. Massage the leg. Massage the thighs. Work your way down. Take her hand. Because you know what? I want to say this. Most guys will go from the couch to the bedroom. I'm telling you, this is your playground. Everything. You can use everything here as sex. You want to give the woman a different type of feeling. So what you want to do is you want to take her hand and bring her from the wall and stop right here. Why not get a piece of cheesecake, take it, put it on her breast, start to eat the cheesecake. What is that going to do? Every time she sees cheesecake, every time she thinks about cheesecake, every time she hears cheesecake on a commercial, she's going to think of the moment where you took her by the table and took some of the cheesecake that she had for dessert and you put it on her breast and you start to eat it. Now's the fun time. Now what you want to do, now make sure that your plate is over here. You don't want to knock your shit out the way. But what you want to do next, let's get this bottle out the way. What you want to do next, after you're eating her, after you're sucking her titty, you got all the cheesecake out, you want to get crazy. And this is like the wild romance novel type thing. You take it, just make room. You throw shit out the way. Because now you want to sit her on the table with her legs cocked up. And then you want to grab her legs backwards. Now remember, guys, her ass is on here. You got her legs backwards, and you want to get down on a knee and eat the shit out of her pussy. You got her knees locked, and you want to eat her pussy. And then you want to stop. You just don't eat her pussy. You stop for a second. Grab some cheesecake. Rub it on the pussy. Let her taste the cheesecake in her pussy. Then you come back down. And when she gets done sucking your finger, then you go right behind her and lick that shit off, which is telling her, it's okay. I'm not judging you. You're being dirty. I'm going to be dirty with you. So you're eating her pussy right here. You're having a great time. You take your finger, you play with the pussy. Now, there's another thing real quick. I want to come over here. I don't know if we have it, but we're going to use this. Now, later on, usually I like to use cucumbers or like little gadgets or something like that, to just some things that you use to play with the pussy. I don't have a cucumber, but I wish I had some beads, because usually I can take some beads, you know, the beads that you get from Mardi Gras. So what I would do is get some beads or something, and while I'm eating her pussy, I would take the beads and I would insert it in her pussy while I'm licking. I'm licking her pussy. I got my hands are spreading her pussy open, and I'm inserting the balls in there. And then I'm going to pull it out and lick while I'm pulling out slowly. Then I'm going to yank it. And I'm going to take my time. Then I'll jerk. And I'll take my time, jerk. Take my time. Then come back up and start kissing her again, because you want to make her feel sexy. see, when women start to feel dirty and they're ready to do some dirty shit, they don't want to feel that you're judging them and thinking of them as a whore or a slut. So by coming back up and acknowledging that, you know what, you're beautiful, just stop for 1 second. Stop eating her. Stop doing everything. Just look at her one time. Take your hand. Just look in her eyes. Then bring her in and kiss her. Then from that point, now again, I always say, you don't have to fuck in the bedroom. But if you choose to fuck in the bedroom, wherever you want, because again, you can fuck here, you can fuck on the couches, you can fuck on this table, you can fuck on that, you can fuck wherever you want to fuck. It's where you choose to, okay? But what's great is sometimes she wants to see shit go on. So why not take her into the bedroom? So after you're done eating the pussy, you're naked. You can stop her right here at the doorstep. You're naked and you stop her. And all this time you've been leading her. So why not lead her? You stop her and you take her and you start kissing her. And while you're kissing her, you're pushing her down and you have her start sucking your dick. While you're right at the doorway, you have her sucking it and sucking it. Then what you do here, now again, this is called control, sexual control. While she's sucking your dick, you take your dick out and you take it and you let her rub the pole of the dick and everything. And you put it in, you play with her. You lift it up, let her lick your balls, whatever. You just play with her. Then you bring her back up, guys. I'm sorry, kiss her. I'm sorry, I know you're saying I don't want to do that shit, but some of the freaky shit you're going to get her to do, you got to allow this shit to go on. So kiss her. Bring her into the bedroom. Now again, she's in the bedroom. So again, what you want to do here, again, I don't want you just to fuck. I want her on the bed. First position, first number one position, have her on her back, okay? You can start, get rid of that Adam and Eve bullshit out the way. Go ahead, lift her legs up. If you need to do a count, do a 50-stroke count or a 100-stroke count. Then you know to change. You get on the top of her, lift her leg up, you stroke, you stroke, you stroke. But remember, in between 15 and 20 strokes is when you go back down and eat her pussy. So you're stroking, you're stroking, you're stroking, stop. Go back down, eat her pussy. Then come to the side, rub her pussy, suck on her titties. Don't make her feel like she's just a fuck. Make her feel like she's really special. Something's going on here because this is the shit that's going to sell you to all the other women. So again, you stroke, you stroke, you stroke. You play with her hair. You rub her pussy. Let her taste her pussy. Lift her legs up. Then you can flip her over. And you can, I mean, there's so many positions. I don't want to get in all the positions. That's another DVD. We'll talk about that shit later. But what I'm saying is after you get done with the bedroom and having sex, okay, you do not turn over and go to sleep. You do not sit there and look at each other's eyes. What I want you to do is I want you to take her hand. And I want you to, do we have enough room? Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about what you do from the bedroom to the shower. Next. All right, so now we're going to enter the bedroom. You just had sex with her. You just made her feel good about herself, but you're not done. This is what's going to separate you from all the other guys. And this is why it's good to have candles. Because you're not just going to take a shower with her. This is your pussy Columbus exploring, eating the shit out of her, making her come on your face part. So what you want to do here, you already had sex with her. You want to light up a candle. Light the candle. So I'm lighting the candle right now. Okay. I want to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So you got a candle. Come on this way. So what you're doing is you're grabbing her hand. Now you got the candle lit, okay? So again, it might get dark in a second, but you turn on the shower. You got the shower water going. So then you turn off the lights. And come on in, I'm gonna close the door. Now this is the atmosphere you're gonna see. It's gonna be kind of dark, but what you see now is the lights are out, the candle's on, and you're gonna have the soft music playing, okay? This is the sexual part that we're talking about. Candle, the light. Now you turn the light on real quick. So that's the atmosphere we're talking about. Now, when you're in the shower with her, remember, you can do a bath or a shower, but for today we're talking about a shower. Let me turn it off. So you got the shower going, okay? So for instance, you got the shower going. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and open up one of these packs. This is what the pack's for. So you open this up, you have her own sponge to make her feel comfortable, okay? So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take some VO5. You know what, real quick, I got a quick tip for you guys. Whenever you're going out and you're in the shower, one thing I always do is I usually take the soap and put it on my sponge, and I take my cologne and I spray it in there, mix it up, and I wash myself with it. So it's a little tip for you guys out there. But what I want you to do here is this now it's about pleasuring her. It's not about you, it's about pleasuring her. So what you're gonna do, let me turn this water off. So what you're gonna do here is you've got your hair shampoo and you got a little spongy. What you're gonna do is you're gonna use this, you're gonna clean her off. Because I know you guys like, I ain't gonna fucking eat that pussy with my dick in it. So you're gonna clean her pussy off. But at the same time, you're gonna wash her hair. You're gonna wash her. You're gonna have her up against the wall. You just relax, let me take over. Wash her hair, take the sponge, wash her, and touch her and kiss her. Be sensual with her. Like all those pictures in your house. Now she's getting the full effect of that. Wash under her, wash her ass crack, wash her toe, wash her whole entire body. And while you do that, after you get done, go down there and eat her pussy out. Eat her pussy out. Take your fingers and finger her. She's going to love that because she's not used to all the attention. Now remember, the lights are out. You have the lights out, the shower going, the music playing, soft music. But you think it's over? No. Because then you blow out the candle, you get your towel, and you dry her off. Now again, she's like, oh my God. She's already blown away. She's like, dude, I'm not used to this shit. I'm not used to this shit. But then we go out. Let's see. Then right now, let me see. Slide that. Okay. So right now, what you want to do from that point. Okay. Right now, oops. Now what you want to do from that point is you have her on the bed. Now that you have her on the bed, she's dry. Then this is where you take your lotion. Take your lotion, pour it in your hands, get it really warm, and give her a massage. Massage her whole body from head to toe. By then you should be able to get your dick hard enough to go in for a second time if you choose to. But if you don't want to, you rub her down, make her feel sexy. You know, have her on her back and take your thumb and go in and out on her back. Rub her thighs, go from her bottom of her thigh back over, out and in, out into the calf, to the foot, back up, back up, back up. Then in and out. Spread her ass cheek, squeeze it, touch it, feel it. Be sensual with her. Make her know that you love her body. Her body pleasures you a lot. And again, all you gotta do is the Vaseline. That's the trick of the whole thing. You use the Vaseline to give her a massage. Now, once that's over, you can relax. You can watch TV if you choose to. You can do whatever you want. But then the next morning, what I would like for you to do, once everything is over with and the day is done and you're on to your next day, is you cook breakfast for her. Go ahead and you have your eggs and bacon already in the refrigerator, ready to go. Make sure you do that. Go ahead and cook her a meal and send her on the way. But another thing I want to show you real quick, and let me pull this out because we should have enough juice now. One other thing I want to show you guys real quick is why it's important later on to have the washer and dryer, because after you have sex with her and all that other stuff, you can then take her clothes, and put them in the washing machine so she can feel clean, number one. And number two, while you're doing that, why I always said it's good to have a toothbrush is because you want to make sure, she's not going to have that stuff with her because she doesn't know what the night is going to bring. That's why you want to have an extra toothbrush for her so she can brush her teeth. Then when she's done and she leaves, throw it away, go to the dollar store. But let me show you something real quick. Toothbrush, I got a nice toothbrush right here. I got this at the dollar store. So spend $1. Get done with the toothbrush, throw it in the trash can, okay? So again, like I'm saying before, is that you want to make sure that you give her the ultimate experience. You want to make sure you start from the table, you start here, then you go to the wall, you go back to the table, to the bedroom, to the shower, out the shower, rub her down. And that should be something that's going to not only make her night, but you just take your hands, put them on the back of your head, and just close your eyes and think about all the women that she's going to tell that how you fucked the shit out of her and turned her out, okay? So remember, guys, not only having a bachelor pad is a good thing, but you also got to learn how to make it, utilize it for yourself. Now later, one of these times when she comes over and she has sex with you, you can go to the refrigerator and get mustard and chocolate, and you can make a mess over there. Just make sure you clean up after your goddamn self. But right now, it's just a small tutorial on how to have a date. If you have someone come over, this is the easiest way to do it, how you can make her feel sexy at the same time and show her what kind of man you can be. So I want to thank you all for taking the time out your busy schedule to check me out and check out this ultimate bachelor pad and what you can do to make this woman feel special. If you need more information, please go to schoolofdating.com. I'm Steve the Dean Williams, and remember, guys, the pad is what you make of it. It is a representation of you. Make sure you make it the best fucking pad that it can be. Thank you.